Okay guys, how are y'all doing? How's things? We got to an end of another week, and here's the thing. It's been a very busy week on the travel vlogs, and I said all along that some of these travel vlogs are a bit ahead of or behind, whichever way you want to look at it. I filmed them a few days before I actually got into editing them and then posting them, just so that I can have enough time to kind of edit them and make them the way I wanted to, and just with the practicalities of traveling. So this week's vlog update actually comes from Dublin, even though in the storyline I'm still traveling. But these vlog updates are usually always filmed either the day before or the night before, depending on what my schedule is. So I'm gonna give you a quick run through what's happened, because I've already been filming here while I've been back from the trip and all that sort of stuff. So okay, the tour vlogs are about to come to an end for this tour, and since I got back I finally got around to getting a new camera. And if this sounds better than normally, it's because I have actually dedicated microphone now for filming these things. So or if it sounds worse than normally, it's exactly for the same reason, plus the fact that I probably don't know how to set it up yet properly, but we'll get there. So I'm gonna have a separate vlogs about the equipment in the future, but right now let me just say I got myself a second-hand but practically brand new 70D, Canon 70D, and I got the Rode Micro attached to it. So if you're wondering what's behind this maybe a little bit different look than normally, I don't know if it is or not for you guys, but yeah, let me know if you've seen a difference in the picture quality or the sound quality. As I said, I'm still trying to figure out how to learn everything about it, but that's the beauty of this as well, because as I go through this process of figuring out how to use it and all the little details of nicks and knacks of it, I'm going to be sharing them with you guys as well. So if somebody's into this kind of stuff, it'd be helpful. I try not to take it too overwhelmingly technical stuff. I try to kind of add them here and there, so if you're not into it, it won't be kind of taking over the whole vlog. But the reason why I am here once again is to talk about what got posted on the vlog this week. I have to say, number one, I absolutely have been loving the vlogging from the Sliotar tour, and I think without a doubt the travel vlogging is definitely one of the things I enjoy the most. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying them as well, and hopefully it's come across. I am aware that these travel vlogs have been very, very long compared to my normal vlogs, so if your patience isn't long enough, you can kind of skip through little bits and bobs of it, but I hope you have been enjoying them. And it's just the days were so filled with stuff that to fit them all in, it unavoidably ended up being a little bit longer vlogs. So yeah, thanks for watching them, and thanks for all the great comments you've been leaving. It's been pretty heartwarming, and I'm really sorry that I'm a little bit behind getting back to you guys on the comments, because when you travel, it's hard to, when I have the internet connection, it's always kind of upload, and focusing on getting the stuff up, trying to catch up with the kind of communication with you guys. I will be doing it in the next few days. I want to be up to speed with it, but just me, I read every single one of those comments, and every single one of them mean the world to me, and I'll be back to you guys about that as soon as I can. So this week started off with a vlog from the beautiful city of Prague. We had a day off in Prague, full day off, so I actually had time to go around and film quite a substantial amount of it in a different kind of during the day and then during the evening. One of the most epic sunsets of the tour, absolutely amazing. I stood there well over an hour filming it because it was just, I just loved it. It was absolutely amazing. We also went around to the lesser town and climbed up to the hill to the castle, and that got the overlook view. We captured the change of guards. There's only a snippet of it in the video itself. I will also post the full change of guards as an own video in the next few days whenever I get around to it. But yeah, there's a few bits of these tour vlogs. I'm gonna put them in separate own videos as well, because I think there's something interesting for people to see just on their own as well, and in a way expand on that little detail a little bit more. So hopefully enjoy them. Yeah, go and check out Exploring Prague. It's definitely it's one of my favorites of the tour, of the vlogs. And yeah, please let me know in the comments what you think of it. So after getting a cracking start to the vlogging, the next day we drove down from Prague down to Kuzim, which is just beside Brno, in the east side of Czech Republic, where we had our last show of the tour. There's an old schoolyard, they call it a castle, but it's more of a schoolyard, where we played. We played with another Czech band called the Vintage Wine, whose singer had actually got into a bit of an accident in the Kelska Noc festival, which was in the last week's vlogs, and he ended up having a broken ankle. But he's a really great spirited man, and he wasn't letting it get on the way. He was still rocking a show on a stool, and yeah, really nice guys. Hopefully we get to do some more work with them in the future, but we'll see. Hopefully, after leaving Kuzim, which was our last show in Czech Republic, it was time to head for Austria. Austria, we've been going to Austria for quite a few years now, and we've kind of built a relationship with the Austria, which is the southeast part of Austria. We played there quite a few times, and we have a lot of friends there, and we spent a lot of time in a little town called Tieschen, which is the only way I can describe it is a little bit of a heaven on this earth. It's literally a paradise of a place. So the Tuesday's vlog was our trip from all the way from Kuzim to Tieschen. Yeah, there's a lot of driving on that day, but at the same time, it was well worth it once we got there. And I think those driving trips it gives you an idea of the other side of the work that we do. That the traveling is not always as glamorous as it sounds like. Sitting long hours in a van, transit van, is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it gets us to places, and I just wanted to kind of show you that side of it as well. But once we got to Tieschen, there's some amazing stuff going on there as well, so go and check it out. The reason why we were in Tieschen was because there was a festival called the Steirisch Irisch Keltisch, which had been running every second year for past, I think it was 8 years, or since 2008 anyway. And the organizers were saying that this is probably going to be the last one, that they enjoyed making the festival, but it was so much work that they just got very tired of running it. And because it was a non-profit festival, it was organized as a fundraiser. It just got to the point that the investment of time wasn't giving enough return for the guys themselves, even that they was doing a lot of good things for the surrounding areas. And then usually what happens is very often is when something like this becomes successful, then other legalities and government interruptions get very, very hard to deal with, and Austria is particularly tricky about that kind of stuff. So the guys were thinking it's their last festival, so hopefully I captured some of the amazing scenes from the very last Steirisch Irish Keltisch festival. There's Sliotar's playing there. We have a local band playing some of the local studio music, and we have some musicians over from Holland, actually quite a famous band. So go and check it out. I have a fair bit of footage from these guys as well, which were actually an absolute pleasure to meet these guys. So one thing I have to say here, I didn't have a time to include this week's song into the vlogs as a kind of in a story of it. So I will catch up and get into that and do it some stage for you guys. I think it is an important part that we do include that little story about the song, but just because the traveling content was so heavy, it was a little bit difficult to fit into it. So hopefully you guys don't mind it. It will be on the way. The song is up already, and there's a blog post to go with it already. So we'll talk about that in a little while. Friday's vlog was then after the festival. We had a couple of days. Des headed back to Dublin because he had to drive the van back to Dublin. Unfortunately, these days it's not anymore cost efficient for all of us to travel with him, because it is a several days drive, and then you have to have accommodation on top of it, and the ferry tickets become more expensive if you have more people in the car and in the cabins. So me and Ray, we had a few days in Tieschen, me and Ray, because the flights back, there was only availability of flights with a connection on Tuesday that was kind of within our price range, so we had to take back a few days. So the Styrian boys offered their hospitality, and it was, by God, it was amazing. The highlight of, there's a lot of things happening on the Friday's vlog, but my highlight was the swimming at the Slovenian border. Got into swimming in a really beautifully clean lake, and I brought the GoPros with me, and yeah, it was good. It was very, very good. Let's check it out. The last vlog of the week was also our last full day on the tour, last full day in Austria, and on that day, the Styrians really kind of just blew us away with their hospitality. We got to visit Alex, one of the guys who was organizing the festival. His sister is in charge of the family winemaking business, and she gave me a private tour of how they make the wine, and I showed you all about that. And just for the record, there's no affiliation or anything like that. I just wanted to show you how it's done, and I enjoyed the wine so much myself, a little bit too much, that I included links to if you guys want to try it and order it. I was particularly a big fan of their red wine, but also their sparkling wines are pretty amazing, and the white ones are very, very fruity because of it's explained in the vlog how they make it. So very fresh wines, all of them, like really kind of nice fruity taste to them. So I highly recommend, and the guys deliver anywhere in the world. So the links are in the description of that vlog. The vlog is called Experiencing Styrian Hospitality. A lot of other fun stuff in that vlog. It's a long one as well. So anyway, go and check it out and let me know what you think. Then, last but not least, this week's song, which is called The Fresh Winds of Autumn. It's a song about how sometimes we get the feeling that what we do very passionately might not be appreciated, or we're doing the work for somebody else rather than for ourselves, and we feel like we just want to pack our bags and hit the road and just go and disappear, go somewhere else, experience the world or whatever it is. And that's what the song is about. Go check it out, let me know what you think of it, and don't forget that you can get it from Bandcamp straight away. Just go on, it's up there, and you can download it, and you can name your own price. So if you're stuck for a few bob, just put $0 and you're good to go. And that wraps up the week. It's been a very busy week. It's a lot of content, and my Instagram also has a lot of pictures from the tour. I've been really enjoying the Instagram stuff, so hopefully you guys get a chance to check it out. My account is instagram.com/jpkallio, JPKALLIO. Last but not least, if you do enjoy what I do, I do have a Patreon page where you can come and become one of my patrons. You can support what I do, help me make these vlogs better and make the music better quality. Like for example, what you're looking at right now, the guys who've been on my Patreon page has partially contributed to the purchase of this camera and the equipment, and they not only do they support me financially, they encourage me to do more, because I know there's a core people who are kind of putting their own money on the line it's not as much about the money as it is about the fact that they do feel the need to support me to that extent, which I think is just amazing. And for you guys who are doing that, thank you so much. It really means the world to me. For the rest of you, if you want to be part of that gang, you get kind of access to most of the content a little bit earlier than everybody else, and there's different levels of support. The more you support, the more you get out of it as well. But that's not really what it's about. It's more about keeping this thing going and building a community where we can have a kind of direct communication along the way as well. So yeah, go and check it out. The address is www.patreon.com/jpkallio, and that's again JPKALLIO. As I said, you can start from as little as $1 a month, and the $1 a month makes a huge difference. You have no idea. It would really make me happy to see more people join that gang. And that's about it. That's everything for this week. Whew. It's not a glorious day here in Dublin, so hopefully I'll get out and do a bit more filming and capturing images. I'm still trying to figure out this camera, so I need as many hours put into it to get my head around it and all that. But excited. It's exciting times for me. The travel vlogs are going to come to end in the next day or so, but there's a lot more to come. There's another trip planned ahead of us, which is going to be absolutely mind-blowingly amazing, at least for me, and I hope it'll come across in the vlogs as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon. I know that I need to make my own way. I feel restless in my heart, and it goes stronger every day when the blue sky, it turns to grey.